Fashion Bites, taking a pause. Hello and welcome to Fashion Bites. I'm Ellen Byerrum, author of the screwball noir Crime of Fashion Mysteries, featuring Lacey Smithsonian, a fashion reporter in Washington, D.C., the city that fashion forgot. Lacey solves crimes with fashion clues, and we all have a lot of clues to decode. Today, however, I want to talk about taking a pause. You may have noticed that I haven't posted a new video for a while. Why? I have a lot on my plate, and multiple plates are spinning above my head, threatening to fall on top of me. I feel spread as thin as mayonnaise on a cucumber sandwich. Therefore, rather than feeling overwhelmed and producing videos just for the sake of having a new video without having interesting content, I am pressing pause on the videos for now. This does not mean that I am quitting or stopping. I'm merely taking a break. Throughout these videos, I've talked about fashion, sometimes the history of styles, sometimes do's and don'ts, and the ways I've researched fashion for my books. I have tried to make my fashion bites informative, useful, and not without humor. My focus has been on real women and what works for us in terms of styles, what suits the current mood in fashion and what doesn't, and knowing what's right for us as individuals. I plan to continue that in the future, yet expanding the scope to include more thoughts about writing and other subjects. I have several ideas for future videos, but right now I'm going to let the creative tank fill up. So what else will I be doing with my copious free time? First up is a rhyming children's book, Sherlock Holmes' 8 Arms of the Law. I have the artwork, including these illustrations by my talented artist friend, Jacqueline Bergman. The text for the book is finished, but will probably be tweaked in the final days because that's just how it goes. Bob is designing the book overall, melding the text with the illustrations, and soon I hope to have the cover to show you. I will be working on a marketing plan, and if you have any suggestions about that and getting the word out, let me know. I am making a list and checking it twice. Someday, I'll share where the idea for the book and character came from. I've been letting it simmer for years. But wait, there's more! Armed and Glamorous. The print edition will be available very soon. It's already available in ebook, but I am publishing this book through draft to digital beta print tests, and I think it looks pretty great. It should be more widely available and easier for our libraries and independent bookstores to order it when it's up. My other print books are available through Amazon, but a lot of people do not want to order from Amazon, especially since CreateSpace is out of the picture. I will post a link as soon as I get one. It is taking longer than I had hoped, but what else is new? Also, during this pause, I will continue to write and research my book about Lacey's great aunt Mimi, which is set during World War II in Washington, D.C. It's called The Brief Luminous Flight of the Firefly, and I have a pretty good start on it. This week, Bob and I visited the National Archives at Denver, which is in Broomfield, so go figure. We researched regional documents from the Office of Price Administration, which oversaw things like rationing, price setting, and investigating the black market. Mimi Smith, the character in my books, worked for OPA, and this is one of the funny things about writing books. Mimi is mentioned prominently in Designer Knockoff, and that's when I gave her the position at OPA. When it came to writing Firefly, I thought, why didn't I have her work at someplace more intriguing like the Office of Strategic Services, which was the predecessor agency for the CIA? But this works out nicely. OSS has been done and done and done. There are not crowds tearing down the doors to research the Office of Price Administration. Our visit confirmed several things I suspected. For instance, women worked at all levels of OPA, from stenographers to investigators to attorneys. I also learned about penalties for cheating on price ceilings. One man served 6 months in jail for selling a bottle of whiskey for $6 instead of $3. Sounds pretty draconian to me. But there are lots of stories behind these statistics, and I've no doubt a few murders. There are also moments when my work focus shifts to the next Lacey Smithsonian mystery, White Lace and Homicide. Ideas come to me in the middle of the night, and that's when I have to write notes. I will be wrestling with the details of the marriage between Felicity Pickles and Harlan Wiedemeyer, as well as the murder that threatens everyone, including Lacey. I also want to make progress on a sequel to The Woman in the Dollhouse, my first thriller. Again, ideas visit me in the wee hours of the morn and taunt me until I scribble a bit of dialogue and description. Then there is playwriting. There's nothing like writing a play and having it performed well. The applause feels like warm honey to me. I have missed that quite a lot, more than I knew. And let me mention here, there's also nothing quite like having a play performed badly, but that's another story. Playwriting is basically the agony and ecstasy of writing. During this past year, I concentrated on finishing a new play, Father Jeremy's Christmas Jubilee, and rewriting an earlier one, The Angel of Death Rises Early, which is a mystery and suspense tale. I also finished a long short story, a ghost story. While it has been a great relief to get these plays and story on paper, they've taken time away from working on my novels. Even with the plays and the short story, I'm afraid that I really like having a book in my hand to feel productive. Plays are not real until they have life breathed into them, and they are produced and hopefully published. Now, I am dazzled by many of my writer friends who can knock out 2 and 3 and 4 books a year. I am not one of them. Basically, I am a monotasker trying to do one thing at a time and doing it as well as I can. It is a character flaw, one of many. At the moment, the next step for my plays is trying to pull readings together. I usually don't spout rules. Oh, I do? Oops. This is one I believe in completely. A playwright must hear the play. You never know your play until you hear it read by actors. But if I can't get actors, I may start pulling people off the street and just putting a script in their hands. Just kidding. Maybe. So those are some of the reasons why I am pressing pause on the videos for a short while. But don't worry, like the Terminator, I'll be back. That's all I have for now, but I am still around on various social media. If you want to know more about me or my books or what I'm doing, check out my website at ellenbyerrum.com. I'm also on Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. And I hope that's enough. If you like this video, please hit the like button and go ahead and subscribe to this channel because I will be back. Feel free to share. This isn't a secret society. Bye for now.